save on time. I'm, getting business a lot easier. I'm working with my ideal clients. My value add in the marketplace is second to none. There is virtually no other agent in my marketplace. And I know for a lot of the other agents in this program, this is very similar for them. There's no one else that can do what we do with digital marketing. Even if they started today, they haven't done it for the years that we have in the past. But in general, when I meet with a seller, it's usually, where do I sign? Even the commission conversation doesn't become.
Hi, Alex. Thank you so much for being here and doing this and talking to everybody. So where are you from? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
So my name is Alex Mayer. I'm in Rochester, Minnesota. I've been a licensed real estate agent since December of 2016. When I first got in the business, I was doing phone calls essentially to get business for the first 18 months to 2 years that I was in the business, which was actually pretty good for me. It made me successful, but it was a hamster wheel. You had to constantly be on the phones making those phone calls in order to make sure that you kept getting clients. I found Krista actually through her book, Sell 100 Plus Homes a Year. I researched that and pulled a couple things out of the book for a few months. And then I reached out to her team in January of 2019, hired her. At the time, it was the top tier program. And it's been actually really great for my business because what was different when I was first in the business, I was working probably 50, 60 hours a week because I was doing phone prospecting for 2 to 3 hours a day, essentially chasing business. These people didn't know me from Adam, so I was just kind of calling them out of the cold and had to prove my value to them on why they were sitting down and meeting with me. Within probably about 4 weeks of hiring Krista and starting running the videos, which I would say on top of the mindset stuff, the videos are probably the most important thing that you can be running through the videos. If I were to break it down into 3, it would be running 2 videos a week, the mindset stuff, and then the community as well. I've worked with a lot of agents and referred agents within this program over the course of the years. They've reached out to me about past clients. So it's actually really nice within the community because we're all very similar to each other. And we're always going to share. We're not all in the same market. Even if you are in the same market, we're willing to share information and things that we're learning. But within 4 weeks, my referrals quadrupled. My past clients weren't able to forget about me because my stuff was always showing up in front of them on Facebook. Even people in the community inside of like 4 or 5 weeks were starting to look at me a little funny, like they recognize me. I would have some people even within the first 3 to 4 months who would be like, "Oh, you're the top agent in town." At the time, I was probably in the top 10. I am actually winner of Best Real Estate Agent for the year of 2022. I do attest a lot of that to Krista's training and the coaches that she's connected us with over the course of the years. I was runner-up in 2021, winner in 2022. It was also amazing for my business is instead of working 50, 60 hours a week is I nowadays probably work 15 to 25 hours a week and I only really work with clients that I really want to work with. And they're very, very narrowed down to the types of people that I do like to work with, right? So I'm not really just...
He's on vacation, like swear, every other month you're on like a 4-week vacation. It's been insane to watch you.
Yeah, pretty much every 4 to 6 weeks, I take a week off.
Take a week off, that's so good. So Alex, how old are you?
Sorry?
How old are you?
I am 33 years old.
33 years old, okay, 33. And so when you first started, you were doing okay. You said you were doing around 30 deals a year, working 50, 60 hours a week, cold calling basically. And when you talk about video, I need to be very specific. You understand the way he's getting the videos out there. It's like you can do videos all day long, but if you don't properly distribute them, and can you talk a little bit about that and then talk about where you're at now?
Yep. So with just running videos on its own, you're constantly prospecting people without having to do the busy work. So when I'm on these vacations that I'm on, I still will have people reach out to me about real estate because they can't forget that I'm in real estate. I'm always constantly putting new stuff out there. Over the years, I've gotten to the habit of batch recording where I will record anywhere between like 4 and 5 videos at a time, and I'll be set up for a couple weeks. So I've had a few times when I was like, I had all my ads set up for like 6 weeks in advance. So I didn't really have to run anything so much on that. But it's nice because my content speaks directly to my clients and exactly what it is that I want from them. But what it's done for my business, it several different things. First off, save on time. I'm, getting business a lot easier. I'm working with my ideal clients. My value add in the marketplace is second to none. There is virtually no other agent in the Rochester in my marketplace. And I know for a lot of the other agents in this program, this is very similar for them. There's no one else that can do what we do with digital marketing. Even if they started today, they haven't done it for the years that we have in the past. Wherever you are starting now, start now and start getting there, and it starts building up over time. But in general, when I meet with a seller, it's usually, where do I sign? Even the commission conversation doesn't become a big deal because they know that no one else is running the video ads the way that I am. No one's showing up as consistently. They know when I have a conversation with them that when I am going to market their home for sale, I'm going to reach anywhere between 40 and 60,000 people in our local marketplace. And I'm in a smaller market than a lot of other agents, so you probably could see a lot more in other areas. 40 to 50, 60,000 just that first week getting on there. So I'll sometimes joke with people on the videos. I'm like, this stuff works because you're watching it right now, and you can the proof's in the pudding. So that there's a good chance that the buyer for your property is probably watching this as we speak.
Yeah, so you do mostly listings now, but with the videos and the marketing of yourself and your community, because you're great at that. I know we taught you to do that on Facebook, but it's not just like doing video. It's how you're distributing it. You're running the Facebook ads, the campaigns, the retargeting. You're really, really doing all the digital marketing that we teach you. So if you were to tell somebody right now, hey, here's what you need to do right now, if you're a brand new agent or you're middle of the road or you're super experienced, what would you tell them that they should be doing right now?
Well, first off, get your morning routine down. But then from there, I would really break down, making sure that you are consistently running content on your platform and you're actually running ads behind it, and you are targeting and retargeting people, because just recording a video and being like, well, I recorded it and I posted on my business page. Like, I think the statistics are less than 3% of people are actually going to see that. You actually need to spend money behind these things to make sure that you're actually in front of people. And you need to get comfortable having a budget to run those things. That's what makes us a business owner. A lot of agents, unfortunately, will get into this and they'll get their real estate license, and then they'll, get some photos done on a listing, and that's really it. And that's really the extent of their marketing. Well, we can actually actively market homes for sale so that when people compare what it is that we do to what the typical real estate agent will do, it's not even close, because they can't hit those numbers and they don't have the consistency behind it or a real game plan to actually, make sure that they're actually advertising or actively marketing that home for sale.
So true. So have you completed the entire listing process?
Yes.
So explain all the things you've done for the listing process. How has that changed your business? Like, tell people listening, like, I want them to say, if they're competing against Alex and they're just doing what the typical agent is doing and they're competing with you, what's the difference in what you're doing than what you would say? How are you beating out other agents in your area?
Number one thing that I do is I'm gonna be the digital marketing, and not just saying that I do digital marketing, but actually showing people that I actually have the statistics and the analytics to back it up. I have a history of doing this. I've hired great coaches that'll teach me how to do these things better. And I know when I'm showing that to anyone, like, first off, again, there's no one else in my market that can do it. And even if they started today, I'm 4 years ahead of them. I've already made all the mistakes, right? And I've learned from people in your program and from yourself all the mistakes that can happen in those things. So I'm not really too worried about going up against toe-to-toe with anybody else in my marketplace. That makes sense?
Yeah. So you're sending them the listing video, doing all that before you actually show up to their home.
The digital marketing is really where it's at, making sure that you're constantly putting stuff out there and you're able to target and retarget the people. That is what is the most powerful part.
Got it. Okay, good. So, any advice you can give people now? Like, what should they be doing right now?
Hire Krista Mashore.
I'm not what I meant, but
we get 2 videos a week. Make sure that you're not reinventing the wheel. You have a master's in curriculum instruction. You put this whole organization together. There's plenty of staff that you've hired that we can reach out to if we have any issues. The community in the group is so great as well. So you can talk to them about what they're doing. The skin in the game calls, I've been attending those. You know, we have conversations amongst other people within the program about what it is that we are doing and what we're seeing in the marketplace. So we actually know what's going on in the marketplace before a lot of other agents do, because we have a feet in the street experience. We're talking to each other every single day.
Yeah. And so like you were a pretty new agent. What would you tell a newer agent right now, or someone that's like a little bit nervous? You know, what would you tell a new agent? Because you were pretty new.
If I were, well, mindset's going to be key for anyone getting into this business. I've been in the business, almost 7 years now. So I don't know if that puts me as new anymore. I mean, I still feel new, right? But I know the mindset's going to be really, especially for those first 4 to 5, 6 months that you're in the business, because even while you're out there working with clients and you're actually putting deals together, it's going to be a period of time between when you actually get that deal closed. So that can be a really, really tough and dark time period. And when I talk to new agents in my marketplace, I will tell them, I'm like, you need to get your mindset right for the first 5 to 6 months. You need to make sure you have your support system put together, and you need to make sure that every day you're picking the brick up, you're putting it down, and you're building that wall so that down the road your business is able to perpetuate itself.
Yeah. So it's been pretty darn easy the past couple of years. I would say, like, it's been an easy market, and the market shifted. It takes a little bit more effort to get a home sold. What would you say to somebody that, like, and if, first of all, if they've had a hard time the past 5 years, they're going to have a really hard time the next 2. What would your advice be about the change in the market?
Well, I'm blessed because of what I've learned in your program. I don't really worry about it so much, because my business is built and a lot of it's kind of running on its own. And in a market like this, people are going to want to work with agents like me, like us, that are actually doing things differently, or actually going to be able to serve, because those agents that aren't doing a lot of business, or they aren't up to speed on digital marketing, or even the ones that have been in the business 20, 30 years that just haven't taken the time to really focus on these strategies, they're going to be struggling. They're going to be hurting. And, I know that if I'm running slow in certain areas, I know everybody else is in big trouble because I'm actually still seeing things come in every single day. Right. But I know that when I meet with, any client, I can explain to them that this is what I'm doing that's different, and this is why I know that it's going to help you. And you can be the greatest agent in the world, but if you're not marketing yourself properly, then no one's going to work with you anyways. Well said. Okay. Well, thank you for your time. You guys heard it. So start doing video, be consistent, have a routine, get your mindset right. Now more than ever, it's really important that you differentiate yourself, right? Because if you're doing what everyone else does and you're just a commodity, what that means is that you're going to lose out on business. And the more leverage you have, the more exposure you have. Remember, be a marketer, be an educator, serve, not sell. When you market to people and you educate the people and you're seen over and over and over and over again, you have more leverage, so you will win more. Alex, thank you. Any last words? Do the work and it'll work. I love it. Do the work and it'll work. All right. You're amazing. I appreciate you. I'm so proud of you, and I'm jealous. I need to start going on more vacations like you. Yeah. I mean, life's too short. Everyone say bye, Alex.
Thanks so much for watching my video. You can learn more about how to be a successful real estate professional by watching other videos that I have. And be sure to subscribe to my channel. And as always, make it a great home selling and buying day.